Well, whoever is on, reveal yourself. I'm on my way to the dentist, so I only got like a little bit, but I figured I'd pop on here for a quick morning encouragement for whoever is on. I don't got long, but I figured something was better than nothing. Who's all on? I don't got very long. I'm on my way to the dentist. I wanted to pop on here for a quick morning encouragement, even though it might only be 5 minutes, but I wanted to pop on real quick. So, who's all on? Hey, Jared. Yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as I get done today. It's been very busy. I have a good bit of messages I got to get back to, but don't worry, we'll take care of everything we were talking about. Am I hate Haton? I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that is. So, what I'm, I guess, gonna talk about while I'm driving is I posted videos this AM, this morning, whatever, um, that I posted on another ministry last month or the month before. I can't remember. I think it was the month before. And Kodak Black is, I don't, no, I'm not. I'm Italian. I don't know if you know what that is. So I posted videos this morning on that. And something that's going to take place on this journey that I want to briefly touch on is we are going to go through deliverance. And we're going to go through deliverance for many, many things. Like a lot. So when I started the journey, I what is Italian? Are you familiar with the country Italy? You know, Rome, Italy, Naples. Are you familiar with any of that? Anyways, um, Tuscany. But anyway, moral to the story. So you're going to go through a lot of deliverance. When I started the journey, I had tons of stuff that needed deliverance, and it was pretty bad. I mean, like I didn't think there was anything wrong with me. I had like an undercover eating disorder for many, many years. I mean, it was really, really in depth. I mean, to a point to where I thought that there was nothing wrong with me, that I was just healthy as far as wanting to be fit and thin. And that's why, like, if you guys knew me 5 years ago, well, I guess it would be 2 years ago. If you knew me 2 years ago, I was so thin. I was like 120 pounds. I had nice muscle definition, all the different things. And if you looked at me, you'd say I was really healthy, but I wasn't at all. I mean, like my body was screaming help. But anyways, so that was, you know, whatever you want to call it, something that God was waiting for this time to nip in the butt. So it's weird how patient he is. He just lets stuff go. And I used to think every time like that maybe like I was doing something like, compulsively, like running and burning more calories than I consumed and all different things, that he was just thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. But he was waiting for the proper time. So what he does is he's so strategic, guys. So I had that going on. I was addicted to a Joel. And I thought, oh, there's nothing wrong with a Joel. It's not like you're smoking, because I used to actually socially smoke with friends and stuff like that. Like we'd all just, take a cigarette from time to time. So I thought, well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing the Joel, you know? And they made it like it was like, oh, it was like this big fad, all the different flavors and stuff. So that's what I was doing. But God was sitting back and saying, like, oh, she just has no idea, guys. So, moral to the story, I had that going on. So I had the Jewel, I had the eating disorder going on. I mean, like, common sense, if you want to get into like other things, like I was, if anybody knows like cultural type of background, I was the type that would throw hands. I mean, like, I was very, I guess you could say, contentious. Okay. Very argumentative, very opinionated. So all that type of deliverance. Women typically like to gossip. I had a tanning salon. It would be like a barber shop. We'd all be like sitting around saying, did you see like what that girl did on Facebook last week? And then we thought we were like Christians, and we were doing it like in a way like, well, we thought we were holding her accountable, but it was turning into, gossip and sin. So there was just all this stuff going on. God had so much to deliver me from, and he did it in strategic order. And when I tell you he's going to do the same thing for you, whatever you got going on, bad eating habits, bad sleeping habits, like I said, like the other things like gossip or being angry or, all those type of things. But there's tons of things, fear, anxiety. There's going to be a lot of things he's going to deliver you from. So, I posted those on Facebook today, the eating disorder testimonies. There's a lot of people that come to me and they come to my coach about eating disorders. So I didn't really want to post it. You guys see that I talk about it a lot, but I didn't really want to talk about it because, like, I'm past that. But then the Holy Spirit's like, did I not? Did I not heal you to keep silent? So I just felt Holy Spirit say that. So I'm like, all right, God, I'll get it out there. So yeah, so he used the whole deliverance of the Joel. So like kind of how that happened is he told me to quit smoking the Joel. And how it happened, guys, was he told me to quit smoking the Joel. And when I quit, I was delivered from the Joel because he told me to quit it, but I was hesitant. So then I ended up, being obedient after like the third time of him confirming it. So I quit cold turkey. I'm very structured. I threw everything out. I threw the device, the cord, all the things out. And then what ended up happening was through me quitting it, the devil, this is what he does, guys. Through me quitting it, that's when my health crash started, where like the health was like destroyed. My energy was taken. I was bedridden. I started progressively gaining weight, which was a huge fear. So he was like nipping all this stuff in the butt at one time. So like I quit the Joel, and then the devil's like, if you go back to smoking it, the weight will come off. If you go back to smoking it, the weight will come off. See, this is what this did. He always wants you to blame God, if you haven't noticed. So he's always gonna twist what God has you do to make you think that you did wrong. Well, I went and I'm like thinking, I'm debating, you know what? I'll never forget it. I was at my dad's I was at the cemetery where my dad and my nanny were at, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I do start smoking the Joel again, this will be reversed because it all started with that. So then God, he even had my mom, okay, who like is like against smoking, tell me, okay, yeah, you know what? This is weird. You did quit, and then this happened. Okay, almost making it like somehow you could reverse what happened. Okay, so um, but what was stupid about it was a couple weeks prior, she told me she had a dream of my nanny saying in the dream, "Tell Megan to quit that Joel." Okay, which it was so common sense. It was like Holy Spirit and the devil going head to head. This is what is going on in your spouse's heads, guys. Okay, so I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? I just wanted the weight to come off. I wanted to feel better again, all the things. So I decided when she spoke that day, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to push through this. He ended up, one thing he does, guys, remember something. Clarity always comes later. So what will happen is you might not have any type of answer or clarity, but then he will reveal it in time if you're patient. So with me, I pushed through. I was crying every day. I didn't understand what to do. And he ended up leading me to a video of Dr. Berg, if anybody knows who he is, of what happens when you quit smoking and how it affects the adrenal glands. But then God ended up revealing to me that that was just part of it. Like, of course, when you quit smoking, the adrenal glands rely on the nicotine, so they're going to go into shock. But then he also revealed to me that that wasn't the reason why it happened. It was so much stress at once. This is why you have to get that stress under control. I had the 8 deaths in a year, 9 basically with the really good friend that was like our family, but like 9 deaths in 1 year, on top of my brother's marriage, my cousin's marriage, my marriage, all falling apart at once. Okay, with extreme warfare, um, betrayal from my best friend, like friends involved, like literally so much. The health, all those things happened at once, so it caused my body to go into shock. So it was fight or flight mode. So that's kind of what was happening. But the devil was trying to distort the truth, which is always what he does, just like what he's doing in your spouse's head right now. So I wanted to touch on that. If you haven't watched the videos, that's just one testament. I'm going to get into a little bit more going into the future. I'm pulling in though now, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I just wanted to give that encouraging word to you that God is going to be delivering you guys from a lot of stuff. So I hope that you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all. If you would like to work with me, email me, deadmarriagesredeemed@gmail.com. Come on over to the Facebook group, Dead Marriages Redeemed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, Jared. I'll talk to you later today.